For me, design is really about things being beautiful but useful.
I moved to London in 2005. I was just getting into being a pastry chef in California, but I fell in love with an English guy, and so I was like, okay, we're going to London. I remember I used to walk to Columbia Road, and there were all these really great little vintage shops. I started just kind of gathering things and collecting things. And then I was like, why am I doing this? I'm not opening up a bakery. And then I started putting together this book. I put a picture of the Prada Marfa shop in there. I just love this big white freestanding building in the middle of nowhere that people just would make pilgrimage to. I don't know what happened. Like, it's really weird. This year marks 20 years of Violet. There's so many artistic people doing cool stuff right here. I started developing my own recipes as a kid. I would make a bunch of things that were disgusting. My mom used to write them down. She kept the recipes because they were called experiment cakes. But I think that was what really taught me a lot about flavor. I'm gonna make my tequila pumpkin pie. Pumpkin is native to Central America, and it uses a special brown sugar from Mexico called piloncillo, but you can also just use brown sugar. Tequila comes from agave, from Americas, where this brown sugar is from. What grows together goes together, they say. Mother Nature knows what she's doing, guys. When I first started my business, I literally had a suitcase, no furniture, no nothing. I was like making friends, asking people, where do I go? People kept saying, go to Heels. I love to go into an actual physical space and sit in chairs and, touch a table and do all that because you're gonna live with it. These Hans Wegner chairs, I just remember thinking, I found the perfect chair. Me and some of my best friends from home stayed in this holiday home. The house is incredible. It's like beautiful, amazing 1960s architecture. And then they had all these like fake Hans Wegner chairs. Like, that's just so kind of like disrespectful. There's real thought behind every curve. You feel it when you sit in them. The tulip table, I love that it has one leg, so it's like this and like a flower, like flowers everywhere in my life. You can fit more people around the table, so it tends to make people listen to each other rather than have 3 different conversations going on. I have some Martino Gamper stools that we slot in for extra friends. The British cream, and then our salt, which we love. Yeah, I like the way this kind of melts into it. When I was designing Meghan and Harry's cake, the thing that was so important to me was that there would be something personal about it. So I went to visit them in Buckingham Palace and got to go into these vaults where they had all the gilt. There's one guy whose full-time job is to polish them. All the cakes were designed to fit on the gilt that we had discovered. So that was really special. This is this amazing Alessi juice squeezer. And I love it. It actually is like such a good design because it just like all the juice just like goes down this perfect stream at the bottom. All of my objects tend to have either a sentimental value or a very, very functional. If they can do the 2 things, then all the better. This is from a hardware store. I believe it's for wallpapering. Would everybody like a slice? Yeah, there we go. Look at that. Ooh. Nice. I love to think about design in everything I do, from the space that we work in at the bakery to how I live at home. My mom is amazing with making things just feel special. That really gave me this idea that like you can make anything. A lot of the aesthetic of the bakery where we put real flowers on the cakes comes from that foraging, let's just give it a little extra something. I think those little details, if you pay attention to them, it can just really contribute to your life and your day.